Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Pro Wrestling Logic YouTube channel and the Superstars of Wrestling edition for the 3rd of September 1994, day before my birthday in 94. Certainly not exactly a match really worth going at, or a show worth going out of your way to see. 94, 95. Some weak years for the WWF, but still, I'd rather watch this than most of the stuff that either of the major companies puts on today. Although I will say, upon occasion, AEW does put out many compelling matches. Just it's rare for them to put out a compelling, complete program. They've done that maybe 6 times in the 2 years they've been around. Anyhow, so we move to the post SummerSlam edition, and of course, lots of highlights of SummerSlam are there. The betrayal of Tatanka is a big thing here. Lex Luger opening the contest, or the talks of the contest, or whatever have you. There are several things there that kind of go forward. Luger, of course, still around for a while, defeats Tim McNeely, a guy that I have known for, almost 20 years or so. Anyway, this is the New England run here. And it's certainly an interesting thing. Actually, I know all of the enhancement talent on this taping because most of them were still around by the time I was breaking in '99. Pretty good deal there. Anyway, so Lex Luger obviously getting jumped from behind very early. The match goes about 2 minutes, if that. Sent into the buckle. Luger comes out with a couple clotheslines and the torture rack and a win. Looks pretty strong there. Undertaker hyping there's more hype, kind of a continuation of the issues and feud between he and Yokozuna all the way back from the Rumble, kind of teasing that now that the original Undertaker is back, that they are going to go into Yokozuna again. That seems to be the main run there. Bob Backlund coming out and is very unhappy with the fans. He's done the complete heel turn by this point, facing off in an enhancement match here with, let's see here, Bert Santino, I believe it is. Bert Santino. And Backlund gets the submission. Some leg dives, hip tosses, basic stuff. Backlund still kind of doing the stomp around like he used to in the old days. Santino gets a momentary run. Also, a couple of attempts at the inverted suplex before finally getting the chicken wing. Again, then there's many more highlights of the SummerSlam, overlap there. Owen Hart and Jim Neidhart out next. But, they did probably about 5-10 minutes of a run there. Owen Hart coming off of the loss at SummerSlam. Obviously needs to be treated with a good bit of respect, having a enhancement match here. Enhancement match opponent happens to be... Let's see if I can find in my notes. The enhancement opponent here is... Scott Taylor, otherwise known as Scotty 2 Hotty. That's why I wanted to look for it, because, in fact, there was Scott Taylor at the time still hadn't been signed, not signed till about 97, 98 or so. But punch kick, beautiful spinning heel kick from Owen. Owen, of course, also hits a belly-to-belly and eventually gets the sharpshooter. Jim Neidhart still on the outside with Owen. I don't know that Neidhart lasts too much longer. I think he's gone by the Survivor Series or something like that, and it comes back several more times. Smoking Guns and the Heavenly Bodies do a tease. There's about 48 seconds worth of a match there as the Heavenly Bodies get their clothes ripped off, an old school Memphis style angle. Jim Cornette not happy with this, obviously going to do the bodies and the Smoking Guns around the loop and trying to get a little bit of extra heat. Basically a brawl, but a match never happens. We move to the 1-2-3 Kid and Roy Raymond. Roy Raymond, otherwise known as a Pierre the Money knockoff for several years. Anyway, shoulder tackle by by Raymond, who looks pretty good. 1-2-3 Kid, though, obviously hits the martial arts kicks and the drop kicks. Also, Abe Knuckleball Swartz seen at ringside, setting up for the Kid. So basically, the Kid wrestling on house shows a lot with Brooklyn Brawler at the time. Raymond gets a couple of clotheslines along the way, kicks and stuff under the run, and eventually the Kid hits the top rope cannonball, getting a win, and off we go. IRS is your final enhancement talent of the day. Phil Apollo is his opponent. Oddly enough, Phil Apollo is still doing the joint gimmick at the time, at least I think, at least part of the time. But anyway, a couple of shots going off the run, and back elbows, punches, kicks, basic things, nothing necessarily to write home about. The leaping clothesline, and IRS kind of floundering at this time in WWF at the time, and again teases for more Bret Hart matches. Bret still your champion. As we close the show, and we close, they hype the replay of SummerSlam and other things, but we'll be back with more right after this.